Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, that's the awesome sound of a Coke can opening up. Call back to last week.
Oh, so nice.
Oh, man. It's
So
so
good.
great. So crisp. I think I just bent my fingernail backwards on that one.
You tried really hard on
really
opening
did.
that can, man. You were really trying to get the timing right on that one.
I was trying to. I should have my
You were like, you were grunting and everything.
come on.
You didn't eat your spinach, did you?
The grunt was simply because my fingernail got stuck underneath it and went too far up.
Oh, that's the worst. I hate that feeling when you're trying to open up a pop can and your fingernail gets stuck.
Oh, it's miserable.
Yeah.
So those of you who are still waiting, I'm your host, Brother Sean Brumfield. And as you can hear, Brother Ryan Brown's here with me.
Hey, everybody.
And Brother Jonathan Mitchell's with us.
What's going on?
Ooh, that was a good one.
I wish you would have opened the other one up.
No, because then it'd be all over me. I'm wearing a white hoodie.
Well, you don't know that.
It's carbonated, I would assume.
I don't know.
So
Brother Jonathan has an Alani energy drink, and he left the one that he grabbed out in arm's reach. And so for an experiment, I was just kind of wondering what would happen if you shook it up before you opened it. I thought it would be hilarious if it exploded and covered him, but he was too afraid to open the can.
So, sorry, Alyssa, if you open that one and it's flat.
It's Brother Jonathan's fault.
Yeah, it's my fault. I wouldn't shake anything like that.
chicken wouldn't drink it.
Ooh, you left your gum on the table.
It's not gum. It's not gum.
You care to tell us what that is?
Looks like gum.
Plastic.
It's plastic.
Oh, I do that too. That's a terrible habit.
Yeah,
I can't help it. So it's one of my. I have a couple nervous tics, and one of them is I like to chew on things.
I used to
can't help
take
it.
water bottle, the actual caps,
Yep.
and fold them
Yep.
in half, back and forth, back and forth.
I do that now.
and rip it apart.
I do that too. It's just a nervous. It's a nervous tick.
You do anything weird like that?
No.
Of course you are.
That you're willing to share live?
Huh?
That you're willing to share on the network here?
I don't chew on anything like that. I've got a bad habit of like chewing on a pen or a pencil.
Do you chew on your fingernails?
Yes.
I do that.
Yeah, I'm bad for chewing my fingernails.
No, I don't do that.
Do you
Fingernails are nasty.
Do you use fingernail clippers?
Not
Yes.
mine. I clean them out every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine are good.
I mean, I clean mine out every day too, but they're still disgusting.
It's a bad habit.
It is.
I do my best, and I'm working on getting away from it, but I chew on them.
Nah, I can't do that. What's even weirder is when you meet children who chew their toenails. You ever seen kids do that?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so gross.
No, absolutely not.
It's
That is weird.
First of all, how do you even get your toe to your mouth?
I can stick my leg behind my head.
You chewed on your toenails, don't you?
No, I don't. But I can stick my. I don't. Well, I used to be able to. I used to be able to
Before Taco Bell.
before. I might. I can try, but I'm not going to do it right now.
Welcome to Patreon. Let's get
Wow. Wow.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
That was
it was a joke.
No, I get it.
Knee high till July.
It fell flat.
No, it didn't. I guarantee somebody's listening and they're going, we would love to see that.
Did you guys hear about that man that swam across the alligator-infested lake?
No.
Yeah, they were touring a boat in like the Everglades and watching all the alligators. It was a group of people, and the guy said, "I'll give $1 million to whoever will jump out of this boat and swim back to the shore and survive. If you're brave enough to swim in this alligator-infested water, I'll give you $1 million if you survive." And nobody would do it, and all of a sudden, this man just jumps in and takes off. And to their surprise, he made it to the land. And so when they got back, the guy that was giving the tour was like amazed. He's nobody's ever taken me up on it. And so they were working out the deal. And so the wife came up to the husband and said, she was talking to him, and that man said, "I didn't jump in willingly. Somebody pushed me in, and I just decided I can't die by an alligator, so I swam as hard as I could." And she said, "I really wanted the $1 million." So the moral of the story is, behind any man trying to survive is a lady wanting $1 million.
What?
How did you get that from Patreon?
What? That was. I thought you. So I'm going to be 100% honest. I thought that was a dad joke. I thought there was going to be some play on words, some punny thing that you were going to do because you've done that a few times.
It's definitely a joke.
Well, I know it's a joke, but like
I can't find the Florida man. There's nothing on here.
that does sound like a Florida man thing right there for sure. Somebody like that, but I think I would try. I would try for $1 million. I think no. I probably.
I've said it before.
I probably wouldn't.
Alligators are one of the most terrifying planets.
Because they like drown you, like because when they get a hold of something, they like flip.
And
like,
they don't
twist.
they don't always kill you before they do that.
That's so brutal.
You know, naturally they're supposed to take you to the bottom and let you drown. But them hungry ones, they get a hold of that arm and there you go.
It's all.
Have you seen where they like
Eat each
they
one
eat each other? Like they like go to throw like a piece of chicken and it goes past one of those legs and they get a hold of another one's leg and like will just rip it off thinking it's a chicken.
And they don't. And the other alligator just doesn't care.
I'm sure they care.
Well, it doesn't exactly go, oh, ow. Ooh,
It just sits
hell.
there. The one that I seen,
My leg.
Owie, 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 owie.
my front leg.
You tore my kneecap.
I don't think it has a cap.
Do you know? Are you?
Do you?
Do you study alligators for a living?
I know alligators have a round nose and crocodiles have a rectangular nose.
It's also longer. Crocodile noses are
but
skinny.
And they got different types of teeth. Some are inside the mouth, some are outside of the mouth.
that's why alligators are so mad. Is they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
I was going to say that.
I gotcha.
You're supposed to do it with the accent.
I'm sorry, I failed.
He's having a hard enough time talking here lately.
Wait till you hear the word of the
Which
day.
is hilarious
hanging out
because
with
he's
us.
the guy that has the word of the day.
He's the one that has great communication skills. His word.
He communicate good.
I do very well. I speak English well. I do good. I can't spell, but I can speak sometimes.
Spec.
Spell no good, spec good. Oh man. Already starting out great.
Oh,
we're
dude.
we're on cloud 10 right now. We're doing great.
So you got a word of the day?
I do. I was waiting for the sound effect.
This one? Word of the day.
That's your job.
Word of the day.
Don't try to shuck your
Well,
responsibility.
because I have the word. I don't want to talk. I sometimes feel like I talk too much. I'm just saying.
No, we'll
well,
tell you if you do that.
you do, but I mean,
Thank you, Brother Sean, for being
sometimes it's great for us to take a
I'll
breath.
be friendly and like be like, hey, you're taking up too much time.
I'll be friendly and say it's time to be quiet.
Hey, I'm good with that. As long as you're honest with me, I don't care.
I will be genuinely honest.
Thank
with
you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I will be brutally honest. That's probably the better term for that.
So, the word of the day, and speaking of me not being able to speak well, the word is Fliberty Biberty. Fliberty Biberty.
Fliberty Gibbet?
Fliberty Biberty. Fliberty.
Yeah, that's Fliberty Gibbet.
Fliberty Biberty.
So I've heard of the word,
I've heard this word somewhere before.
and I don't know what it means.
I think I heard it, and it was Fliberty Biberty.
Liberty.
That's the Liberty Mutual.
Yeah.
Fliberty
Biberty Mutual.
It's
Liberty.
So what do you guys
it's
think?
Biberty Liberty.
What do we think the definition of
Biberty Fliberty. Oh my word.
So what are we thinking?
Fliberty. I think it's probably the liberty to be flabbergasted.
Okay.
Fliberty Gibberty.
Fliberty Biberty.
That's actually that's the noun version or the adjective. The adjective is Fliberty Biberty. This is a noun. Fliberty Gibbet is the noun.
Okay, so which word? Which word?
Fliberty
did you say?
Gibbet, the noun. We are doing the noun.
So is this a phrase?
It's a noun. It says-
Fliberty Gibbet.
A phrase.
Because I'm trying to figure it out. Fliberty Gibberty.
I think it kind of ties in with like, kind of goes with the collywobbles that we did. It kind of sounds like something like that.
To be
ties
fair,
in that way.
I had my hopes so high when he said that's close.
What with you?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said,
I don't even remember.
the liberty to be flabbergasted, and you go, oh, that's kind of close.
Okay.
You said that right after I said that. And I
Well,
was like,
to be honest,
I got one right.
after reading the definition, I don't think you were that close, but like,
So wait a minute. You got the word but never read the definition.
No,
So
I
you're
read
having
the-
us guess the definition
He's-
and you don't even know it.
I'm not good at the game. I'm not good at host. I'm good at saying what I think it means, okay? I'm not good
Hold
at
on.
being
You want to turn the tables and I'll do it for you?
No.
Brother Jonathan, what do you think Fliberty Biberty Biberty means?
It's Fliberty Gibbet, okay?
Fliberty
And guess
Gibbet.
what? If I miss another episode, you guys won't even remember my word anyway.
Whatever. I remember Jabberwocky.
You're probably right.
After I... Okay, are you guys ready for
Yeah,
the
so what's
definition?
Fliberty Gibbet mean?
A silly, flighty person is the noun. A silly, flighty person.
So it did.
Yeah. So some of the synonyms.
Some of the cinnamons.
Some of the symptoms of Fliberty Biberty is if you're feeling gaseous.
So
and
one
you're
of the
belching.
So one of the synonyms of Fliberty Gibbet is ditz. It is bird brain, featherhead, rattlebrain, soft-head, ditz, cuckoo, featherbrain. Why does it say that twice? One's featherhead.
The question is, why didn't you read it twice?
Well, actually, one of them's featherhead and the other one's featherbrain. Fliberty Gibbet is one of the many incarnations of the Middle English word flepper gibbet, meaning gossip or chatterer. Some of these words I'm not even going to try. And it is another onomatopoeic origin created from sounds that were intended to represent meaningless chatter. William Shakespeare apparently saw a devilish aspect to a gossipy chatterer. He used Fliberty Gibbet in King Lear as the name of the devil. This use never caught on, but the devilish connotation of the word reappeared over 200 years later when Sir Walter Scott used Fliberty Gibbet as the nickname of an impish urchin in the novel Kenilworth.
So I'm completely lost. How do you go from a devilish imp to a ditz?
Okay, so this was a word created for a novel that
Shakespeare wrote it in a
people-
play.
I can see Shakespeare.
Fliberty Gibbet. That's the noun. And then what is, let me see the I don't know what the adjective is. It's not giving me the definition of the adjective. So, but it has the Fliberty Gibbety.
then it would just be the description without the minus the person.
I would guess so because it's just an adjective. But
Right?
yeah, this word was hard. This was a difficult one.
I
But-
think if my English is correct, pretty positive that's what it would be.
So a silly, flighty person is a Fliberty Gibbet.
So it'd be a description minus a person would be an.
Yeah, that's the
pretty
word of the day. I picked good word. I did good. I speak good words.
We need to move past
This might describe.
Are you doing more research into my word right now?
No, this might describe our news story for the week. And this is from the Associated Press. And the story goes like this. A Delaware animal shelter is trying to care for and rehome thousands of chicks that survived being left in a postal service truck for 3 days. Trapped in a warm enclosure without food and water, thousands died before they were discovered. Involved parties are still awaiting answers as to how 12,000 chicks were abandoned within the truck at a Delaware mail distributor center. Oh, okay. The United States Postal Service said in an email that it was aware of a process breaking down and was actively investigating what occurred. So you want to know why your eggs are so high? Why it's $10 for a dozen of eggs? Ask about these chicks that were just left. They did discover that when I guess if it was over the weekend and it was left there at the mail district, at the postal service, that it was probably over a weekend that this happened, right?
Well, the mail runs on Saturday. Just
Yeah,
doesn't
but-
run on Sunday.
Doesn't mean the distribution center is Saturday.
True.
So I said it was like that for 3 days.
That's crazy.
Like,
Why would you mail chickens through the postal service?
well, there's
Do you imagine trying to do it through UPS? The wait would be crazy. You'd have to pay so much in the wait.
they don't weigh that much, really.
But you're talking 12,000, right? It was 12,000 chicks.
They weigh just a little bit.
That's
They
a lot of
probably
weight.
weigh just as much as an egg, right? Technically, because what goes in the egg is the same thing that comes out of an egg.
Actually, not really.
How? It's probably less.
I
You
don't.
minus the shell.
I don't eat what comes out of an egg until it's bigger, and it can fill me up.
These
on
are
food.
chicks. These are fresh. These are.
Have you ever opened up an egg and seen a chick?
You just see
You
the
eat
yolk.
the yolk, so it's not the same thing.
The yolk eventually becomes the chick.
It would still be the same weight because
no.
it doesn't put on more weight. It can't produce more matter.
That's not true. Babies, and they develop in their mother's womb, gain more weight.
Yeah, but they're also eating the nutrients of their mom.
Okay.
True.
That doesn't happen there. So it's technically a little bit less than what the egg would be, in my mind.
Do you remember the time?
Sean, do you remember the time that we weighed eggs
Do
and then
you-
weighed newborn chicks?
Do you remember the time last Easter when his sister brought those baby chicks into the church? You remember that?
I do. Because you did it this year, too.
Yeah, well, this year I had a little bit of warning. Last year I didn't. I'm up there preaching, and I keep hearing chirp, 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 and I can't figure out what it was.
Jesus died for your sins. Chirp, 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 chirp.
It
Come
was
to
back
an
in the
altar and
preacher.
pray. Chirp,
It
chirp,
was
chirp,
it was a batch of baby chickens in the ladies' restroom under a heat lamp.
So, anyways, back to what all we're talking about here.
We never left the topic. We're talking about chickens.
We got to talking about the matter of mass.
Okay, Mr. Alliteration. Sound like you're trying to construct a sermon. The matter of
I'm
mass.
not talking about alliteration. I'm talking about science and matter.
Anyway.
Can't create nor destroy it. So.
That's a lot of chickens to send over the post office.
12.
Yeah.
Well,
Irregardless.
here's the thing. You can buy chicks and get them in the mail. Personally, you can buy 500, 600 chicks, whatever.
I'll just go to
And get
Tractor
them.
Supply.
Or Rural King.
Yeah, but it's hard to get 500 or 600 of the same
Why do you
breed
need
there.
that many?
Huh?
Why do you need that many?
Because people raise them for hatcheries and stuff like that.
that's a lot of chickens. That's a lot of bird feed.
You ever heard of bird math? Chicken math?
No. I just eat chicken.
It means that you buy 5 to start with. Next year you buy 5. The year after that you buy 5. The year after that you buy 25. Because by that time, half those chickens can't lay eggs anymore.
I forgot you've done research because you're looking to buy chicks.
Yeah. Well, a lot of chicks die when
Yeah, you said that. You told me that like
Through that
off the
process.
podcast when you were looking at it. There are a lot of chicks that don't make it.
there's if it's too hot, they die. If it's too cold, they die.
As seen in this news story.
Yeah. I think it's more surprising that they actually had chicks survive this. Like, to actually have some chicks survive this is just unbelievable. And that rather than sending these to whoever was supposed to get them, they're in an animal shelter now.
Oh, so the person that bought them didn't even get them?
Yeah. No, they didn't
Yeah, they were dead. They were dead in the back of a milk
No,
truck.
not all of them were. Only a couple thousand died out of the 12.
Only a couple thousand.
Only.
Well, 3,000 compared to 12,000.
Did they
that's
go
a
to
big
KFC?
difference.
Did they become chicken McNuggets?
No.
That's not nuggets.
They
Imagine chicken nuggets are just baby chicks.
dude, this is so funny. Why not? Okay, so some have inquired about buying the birds for meat.
So me, I'm one of those people.
Wait, this is the best part. But as a no-kill shelter, the SPCA has refused those people.
Oh, man.
So
So
McDonald's 100%
these-
called them
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, can we buy these?"
We're running out of McNuggets.
So it literally is like when you're having to wait at McDonald's when they pull you forward to a different window or the drive. And I always say, like, what do they got to do? Kill the cow in the back to make the patty?
So it's funny because they weren't just like chickens. There amongst these were young turkeys, geese, and quail. Most of them were free
these
range.
geese are all over the place. I'm not going down that goose trail again.
Do you have any quail stories?
My uncle and my grandfather hunt quail. That's about all I got. I actually do have one I could say, but I'm not going to. You look very focused over there, Brother Sean.
I'm trying to read this because it said something about
We're not letting him get through this story.
they.
That's how I felt just a few minutes ago when I was trying to get my word. It was like, or what was it last week when I was trying to tell my goose story and you kept coming.
So
in.
from this, it says that if they were to get support from the Department of Agriculture for Delaware, they'd only give them $5 a day. These chicks.
$5 a day to take care of
$5
chicks.
a day.
That could buy you some feed though.
So well,
how much is a bag of feed? Like chicken feed?
$6 a day.
so you have no idea, do you?
No, I have no clue.
So it takes
$5.05.
So for about
they're a nickel short.
for about 6 full-grown chickens, it's about it's a pound and a half for them. And then if you buy, I just bought some 50 pounds worth of feed, and it was like $20.
Do you have your chicks?
No. Well, by the time this comes out, yes.
Okay, I didn't know you had. I didn't know you were that close.
Yeah, we're supposed to get them next weekend.
There you go.
For all those who are curious as to how our recording schedule goes, today is May 20th.
You can't unveil the curtain. Don't pull the curtain.
You were telling them our show like the way it's supposed to go after that.
What?
Huh?
When did I say that?
Last episode.
I just talked
You're
about
like,
how
that's
you
a great introduction. Let's move on to the next one.
I'm so confused. It's
Yeah.
fine. I live in a constant state of confusion. That's an interesting story. I feel bad for the chickens though. That
I just
died.
like, could you
Rest-
imagine the cleanup crew going
I bet
in
it
there?
stunk.
I'll tell you, I had this incident. Probably should say this for Thanksgiving. But the church I grew up at, we were doing Thanksgiving baskets, and we had a bunch of turkeys in a commercial freezer. Can't talk. For freezer.
He was in the freezer. He was shivering.
I was having a seizure. Freezer, you know. But while we were in the church, and we could smell something so terrible that we were like, "Where is this coming from?"
Yep.
And the mind
Was
you
it
like,
foul?
I don't like you.
You can't get we don't let anybody finish. We always got something we can add. It's
So we could smell this in the church, and the church and the fellowship hall are completely separate. There's probably 100 feet.
I could just see it now. I don't know what that smell is, but it smells foul.
the fowls of the air. And the worst part is turkeys can't even fly.
They fly.
Yeah,
They
turkeys-
just don't fly long
They glide.
distances. I've seen them fly in front of my cars, man.
So do chickens. Chickens do too.
Yeah.
They'll fly away.
They hop. I'll fly away.
Oh Lord. Okay. But anyways, we could smell this foul stench coming into our church, and we checked everywhere, and we couldn't figure it out. And so we go into the fellowship hall, and that freezer had been shut down for only the Lord knows how long that was shut down. And we went in there
Long enough
and
for the turkeys to come back to
dude,
life.
so the compressor was still running and nothing going on. So it's blowing in hot air along with the decomposing turkeys. You'll never guess how hot that freezer was. It was 130 degrees inside that.
Well, you could have almost just baked them and ate.
No, you couldn't because
Well, they were- I know
Well,
that.
here's the thing. They had started to decompose.
Oh,
and
man.
they were so hot that they were turning to liquid, and you were pulling them out, and the pressure and the heat and all that, you would pull them out and the bag would bust on you and it would just splatter everywhere, and it was so bad. I was working.
It was like a bird out of prison.
Dude, this episode's going nowhere. So
Trying to take its flight.
we had a guy come in there, and as soon as he stepped inside, he threw up everything that he had. But what was the most disgusting thing, though, was I wore my work boots to go clean it. I went home and changed. It came to take care of it. I wore my work boots in there, and I got that gunk on the bottom of my boots, and it got into the pores of the rubber. And with it just getting ready to go into wintertime, every time I put my heat on my feet,
You could
that
smell that
smell
smell.
would go,
I
and
couldn't.
it would do that. It did that for months.
Look, I'm all for helping with church stuff and like getting my hands dirty. I don't know if I could have done that. That is
Yeah, we're real men. We didn't care about that.
okay.
Manly men.
Whatever. That is legitimately foul. Why didn't you buy new boots? Just buy new boots.
I was poor. I was like
Oh,
18, 19 when I did
that's
that.
fair. That's fair.
Okay, hold on. This is so funny. The SPCA said they're going to try to go after the post office to get recoupment.
Because the chicken coop. What a play on words.
Oh, that wasn't funny, Brother Ryan?
It was hilarious.
He's not paying attention to us. He's doing the thing where he's not listening.
I'm listening.
Yeah,
I've heard every word.
Yeah.
I am literally sitting on the edge of my seat.
The funny part is the next the next line is that doesn't help us in the meantime. What? Because they're trying to get recoupment, and they added in the article. It's like it doesn't help us in the meantime.
Okay, that's true. They did say it's called foul play.
I hope those postal workers get some foul treatment. I'm trying. I wasn't. That one fell pretty flat. I feel like I kind of deserved the sound on that one. That one fell pretty flat. That one fell pretty flat. Let's see if I can redeem myself though. With some of what's probably this is one of my favorite segments. I'd say Get My Goat, and the goat one is probably my favorite. but this might be my second one, is the dumb laws. I love it. And we've kind of been all over the place a little bit, but we're going to the great state of Oklahoma. I know we have quite a few Oklahoma listeners, so get ready. Your state's got some doozies, okay? So...
Okay.
Good morning.
We got some doozies. Okay.
It's almost like I'm trying to... See, nobody can...
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
I have never heard you do that before. Get ready, guys, because we got some doozies. Okay.
I talk to him on a regular basis. Never once has he said, okay. It's like he's turning into a valley girl before our eyes.
And he was just going to keep going on. I couldn't let that one pass. I'm sorry. We're going to have to start using that from now on.
He's going to end it. He's like, getting into Oklahoma.
Okay, Brother Jonathan.
Don't be speeding in Oklahoma.
It's your turn to do your thing. Okay.
I don't know where it came from.
That was by far probably one of the best things that's ever come out of this podcast. Okay, get ready, guys, because we got some doozies. Okay.
I don't know where it
Dude,
came
we
from.
are making that a soundbite now. I'm going to save that to our board and go for that for later. Stupid laws.
Do you guys all agree with that? Okay.
We should play that sound. If you're going to save it, when I go to do this segment, just play that.
Okay.
I don't know where that came from.
Click it or ticket. Okay.
I'll be honest.
I don't care what the laws say at this point. I really don't.
That last phrase is probably on the laws list.
Oh man! In Oklahoma, we don't ever end the sentence with "okay."
I don't know where that
sounds like
came
a California kind of
thing. Okay.
Oh, Brother Jonathan, that was pure gold.
That was good. Wow. I don't know.
So what's the doozies?
Okay. There's so many people hitting skip. Like they're still laughing.
Just let him get to the segment. Come on. All right, here we go. Let me compose
Hold on,
myself.
he's wiping the tears from his eyes, folks.
Oh man, that was wow. A city ordinance in Oklahoma states that it shall be unlawful to put any hypnotized person in a display window.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right.
He almost said it again. He really did.
How many people's hypnotizing others and saying, "No, you got to stay in the display"?
That's what I'm saying. It gets better, I promise.
Okay. All right, I'm done. That's got to be it.
Ada. So in Ada, Oklahoma, if you wear a New York Jets clothing, you may be put in jail.
Man, what's their hatred to the New York Jets?
There's no NFL team in Oklahoma, I think. Is there? I don't think there is. I know they have the Sooners, but I don't know. That's fine. All right. In Bromade, Oklahoma.
No.
That's Houston.
Oh,
That was Houston, but now it's Houston Texans.
Yeah, and then you got the Tennessee Titans.
it's okay. I'll edit it there because I don't want to.
You'll keep the okay, but I'm not going to sound like an idiot.
Yeah,
I don't want to sound stupid. Okay.
Whatever. All right. In Bromade, Oklahoma, it is illegal for children to use towels as capes and jump from houses pretending to be Superman.
Dude.
I love that law. I love that law.
Before we carry on, there is a comedian out there that talks about how him and his brothers would do crazy things, and he said, we seen the movie Mary Poppins, and that umbrella got her from here to there, so we thought we would try it. He said, me and all my brothers lined up, and we got up on top of the roof, and he said, my dad's washing dishes. He said, so my oldest brother goes out, takes his umbrella, and he jumps off. It didn't help him at all. Then he said, I decided I was going to do the same thing. I took my umbrella. And then he said, my little brother, he didn't even have an umbrella. Decided to jump off. And he said, my dad watched all three of us go. He said, well, why'd you jump over the umbrella? I thought it would work. He said, why did you? He said, you seen it didn't help your brother. And he said, I thought he was just doing it wrong. And then he said, he looked at my little brother and he said, you didn't even have an umbrella. And the little brother goes, well, you seen how much it helped them. I bet that happened in Oklahoma.
Oh, man. And that's why there's the law. All right. In Oklahoma, people who make ugly faces at dogs may be fined and or jailed.
Agreed.
What if your face is just naturally ugly?
I never going
What
to
if you
Oklahoma.
look like a dog? You ever seen that one lady at Walmart that looks like a pug?
Every woman that goes into Walmart? What do you mean? I'm just kidding.
You
For
can't
anybody-
say every lady that
It was
goes
Does
a
to
your wife
joke.
go into Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
God, my cheeks are killing me from laughing.
It's your face cheeks, right?
Yeah.
Why did you sound Swedish? She said, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. I'm about to stop talking. Oh, my goodness. I can't stop. All right. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, it is against the law to open a soda bottle without the supervision of a licensed engineer.
Dude, this won't be played in Tulsa because that's what we did to start the show.
That law cannot still be in play.
Let's hope not.
Because there's not that many engineers.
Because Arkansas and Oklahoma's going to come get us.
All right. It is against the law to read a comic book while operating a motor vehicle.
Oh, my word.
That's like driving blindfolded.
All right. Here, Sean, this is talking about your work boots. Here we go. It is illegal to wear your boots to bed.
Listen, I can attest. I did not wear them turkey boots to bed.
Couldn't wear boots to bed. To
Oh,
begin
man.
with.
Here we go. Oklahoma will not.
Sweeping down.
Oklahoma will not tolerate anyone taking a bite out of another's hamburger. They just will not tolerate.
Amen.
I like that law.
Let's put that here in Ohio.
That will not be tolerated.
And then
Officer, he took a bite out of my cheeseburger.
it doesn't say cheeseburger. It says hamburger.
So the hamburger is not allowed to be there. So no McDonald's.
That's why he's in. That's why he's in
McDonald's
jail.
got
for-
rid of him anyway. Ronald McDonald's no more, unless you're going to his house.
Well, they have. Okay.
Okay.
Then you have Grimace.
Poor children.
They kept Grimace. I don't know why.
Because he gives good shit.
Because he's a purple monster. And McDonald's don't need to worry about milkshakes. Their ice cream machine don't work half the time.
Okay.
That's fair.
Next one. I got two more.
They got to have somebody to blame on the ice cream machine broken. It was Grimace.
It just never works. It never.
Popsicle looking thing.
It never works. It literally never works. All right. Tattoos are banned in Oklahoma. Tattoos are banned in Oklahoma. There's no way that's in effect. Okay. And then we have the final one. Tissues are not to be found in the back of one's car. Tissues are not to be found in the back of one's car. And that was the great state of Oklahoma.
Okay.
What was your favorite dumb law from the state of Oklahoma? Why don't you let us know on Facebook or in the comment section?
It's definitely hamburgers.
I don't know. I like the ugly face of dogs.
It's
listen,
just
I'm gonna tell you right now.
just as condemning as stealing a man's hamburger.
I'm going to tell you right now. The laws were nowhere near as entertaining as the start of the segment.
Okay.
I was about to say, can you give us one more of them?
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't know where that came from.
I've never heard you do it before.
I've never done it. I don't think I've ever done it before.
He was like, listen, I'm getting used to it too. That's what he said.
And so then he couldn't say it no more. So he goes, all righty then.
Dude, I don't know where that came from.
Yep.
Yep. I literally have no idea where that came from. I can't wait to hear that back. Like the first play.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what.
Is it really that unique?
You're going to hear it. You're going to pee yourself. You're going to laugh so hard.
I want to tell you, it was so nonchalant and hilarious at the same time.
I just pictured little Jonathan coming out and hanging out at the table with us.
It was like-
you can sit with us big boys. That first year of Thanksgiving when you don't have to sit with the kids anymore.
It was the whole statement. Get ready, Oklahoma, because we got some doozies. Okay. The whole statement altogether was just how you did it, man. Was just.
I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know where because the way you're making it sound, it doesn't sound like my voice at all.
No, it doesn't.
It didn't.
So I don't know. Dude, I don't know. I don't know where it came from. I can't wait to hear it though. Because I'm genuinely, because if it's that funny, I can't wait to hear it like natural.
And it might not be as funny, but that was hilarious. I'm sorry.
It's getting late.
You guys got some doozies. Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Brother Ryan, you're going to start us off here. What gets your goat?
What gets my goat is when you order food at a fast food restaurant, which, okay, I know that things can get busy, but when you order food at a fast food restaurant and they can't get your order right, it just drives me
Will you return it
crazy.
like 3 times to get that one item right?
Like that time I was at the Taco Bell by your house.
For an hour and a half.
That still makes my blood boil.
It's like you ordered a double cheeseburger and they give you chicken nuggets. You know what I mean? Like
It's so wrong.
the McDonald's by my house, it's almost a guarantee that something is going to be wrong in your order.
It's like playing the
Like
lottery, right?
it's the you know,
Yeah.
you almost have to order it special to get it right. But even then, my wife ordered a fish sandwich from there one time, and she ordered it with just cheese only, tartar sauce on the side. So they gave her a bun with a piece of cheese in between. There was no fish patty. Dead serious.
Can I ask you a question? When she got home and saw that, did she go,
No. That is I can't make that story up. It just gets it's like, seriously, I tell you, you put it on the screen, then I pay you, you go and you watch the screen, and you still can't. It's not rocket science.
Have you guys noticed that every time we do this segment, it is something with fast food?
No, I've been mostly driving.
No, I'm saying at least one person every time. There's something about fast food.
well, guess what?
And technically yours is still driving because you're in the drive-through.
Okay, you want me to add more to the driving section?
Oh.
Is when you're in the drive-through and people don't know how to creep up. It's like, dude, seriously, if you would go just a little bit closer, I can get to the order window.
Your hood is sitting at the speaker, and all you hear is, "Hi, can I help you?"
Yeah. And the person's got like 10 feet between him and the next car.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So you ready for what I'm going to piggyback off the drive-through?
He likes piggybacking.
Hey.
Okay.
When you're in the drive, so you know McDonald's that have the drive-through lanes, right? You have the
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
When you pick one, right?
I know where you're going with this.
When you pick
and
one,
they go to the next one.
well, no,
They don't change.
They skip you. So like
Yeah.
I've sat there. I've been on the out. Like it happens no matter which lane I pick, but usually it's the outside. I'll go to the outside lane at the McDonald's by my house, and the one on the inside, there will be 3 cars that come in. Hey, how you doing? Go. Hey, how you doing? And I'm still sitting there like, why am I getting skipped?
Yeah.
So that one right there, that irritates the fire out of me.
Or the and I'm not going to use this as that gets my goat. Is like when they have 2 in the same line, and instead of using both of them, that person gets done and they're like, "Please pull up to the next kiosk." And you're like, first off, nobody ever sounds that good coming across that way. I was like, man, that really sounds good when I said that. But anyways, and they don't take your order there. They're like, pull up to the next one. And you're like, are you serious? You wasted your time to tell me to move up to the next one when you could have just took my order now. No, but I will do the same thing about McDonald's, though. What gets my goat, and you said it already, is when I want a McFlurry and the ice cream machine.
That's always down.
Yeah.
Name a more iconic duo than McDonald's ice cream machine being down.
I can name something that can make that experience that much more infuriating. Is when you order it and they tell you to pull around,
And then they tell you,
and then they tell you at the window, "I'm sorry, but our ice cream machine's down."
that one, and then like if you go at a certain time at night and they're like, our computers are shut down, we can't take any orders.
Yeah.
You're like, it's 9:30. There is no way your company is doing a system update
At 9:30.
at 9:30. No.
That's not how that works.
1, 2 a.m. maybe. 9:30? Nah. There wasn't money.
Nah.
Okay. Your turn.
So what's goated?
What's goated?
What's goated?
A good cup of black coffee.
That sounds such like an old thing.
Hey,
to say.
look, I don't care. Old man, young man, truck driver, whatever you want to call me, I don't care. There is nothing more relaxing than sitting in your chair and sipping on a nice cup of black coffee. I can drink black coffee. I like it in the morning, and then I like it after dinner, just in the evening.
I just don't drink coffee like at all.
Well, nobody ever said that you were right in the head either. Okay.
I like the black coffee, but I'll just be honest with you. Here lately, I've been drinking less and less coffee. Like it just, I don't know what to. It's not necessarily a hassle, but like just getting ready to get it. I just got get like going in the mornings. Like I just don't think about it anymore. I just don't grab for it. There's like other things that I could be drinking or something. I don't know. You're looking at me like that.
That is a disappointed look that he's giving you.
He's like, we're taking applications.
How long does it take you to put coffee grounds in a deal?
I'm not saying
and you guys
that.
have a Keurig.
I'm not saying that. I don't like that kind of coffee.
Okay, so I will say it has to be brewed
Twice.
Like I don't like Keurig coffee.
Like I love coffee, and I'm not saying that like, oh man, I just wait till the last minute and I'm tired. I'm just saying that like by the time here recently with my job change, I get up at 8, 9 o'clock. And by that point, I'm kind of like, I don't really feel like I need the coffee tomorrow.
I don't need it to wake me up.
But like
it doesn't wake me up. I stay tired whether I drink it or not.
You ever think your coffee consumption contributes to why you can't sleep at night?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. It's not the coffee, it's the caffeine that I consume throughout the day.
Well, what's in coffee?
It ain't just coffee. I consume caffeine like crazy. Yeah. And I
Bro,
know that's
listen,
an issue.
Just think about what he's done now. This Coke has caffeine.
Yeah, that's my second one.
So his second Coke.
And I had an Alani before
He's
that.
had an Alani, which is a ton of caffeine.
And I've had like 3 or 4 cups of coffee today.
And when he goes home, he's probably going to brew a pot of coffee for him.
No, I won't do that. I won't do that. I'll try to drink water to detox myself.
Trying to flush it out. Son.
I love
your
coffee.
kidneys a break.
I just kind of like I don't know if it's just I'm just getting used to this new schedule, but like I just don't. It just doesn't in the season I'm in right now.
If I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to brew a cup of coffee. I'm going to brew coffee. If I wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning, which I hardly ever do I ever get to that point. But if I get up at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting up and before I do. Well, I'm older, so I probably have to use the restroom when I get up. But after that, I'm brewing coffee.
Hold on, I gotta hit the brew button real quick.
I'm not good enough to have one of those coffee makers that I could prepare everything in the middle of the night and then have it scheduled to brew in the morning.
Like I said, I
have a bun which is lined with gold. So there's gold that comes with it. You know, the bun coffee makers are different than any other coffee makers out there.
I will say this though: if I know I'm going to get up early and I'm going to study for Sunday school or try to meditate or something, or just open up that black bound and set it out, I'm going to get me a big old cup of hot coffee. I just love it.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing more relaxing than just sitting down and drinking a cup of coffee.
All right.
So what's
my goat? I hate that it's always food.
Hey, so talk about food. Brother Jared wants to start doing a taste of the day.
Well,
he could barely make it through the word of the day.
Yeah, right. I can't do that. Okay. Apparently, I can't even get through my walls now. When they get your order right. See, I get a lot of different. I'm kind of picky, and I customize my stuff. Like when I go to like McDonald's or Taco Bell. Now I'm not like asking for extra this and
like he's getting his coffee and he's like double sleeve, no cup.
Yeah, it's like.
What? Have you seen that meme where it's like sitting in Starbucks?
He agreed with me before.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. What?
I said, you're asking.
He said, no, I get what you said. I hear what you said. It just registered slow. Apparently, I need more caffeine, so I can be like tweaking.
He's like
all over the place.
Bring out the coffee.
But when they get your order right, that is it's nirvana. It's beautiful. I love it. It's just as relaxed. Like your black cup of coffee, mine when they get my order right and it's in good shape, that's
Let's see.
chef's kiss. Yeah. I become like a Buddha. I'm a Buddha baby.
This is my favorite double cheeseburger. Okay.
I become a Buddha baby. I'm just so fat and happy and smiling.
This food is a doozy. Okay.
Did I really say doozy?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I really don't know what comes out of my mouth.
Where is Jonathan? What did you do with him?
That is so
You
funny.
are not our friend.
What's goaded to you?
I have to say, the smell and the look of a fresh cut lawn. Like when you're cutting it and it's like, kind of halfway blowing back in your face and you can feel that fresh cut and
That
get the
smell of gasoline.
Smell that gasoline burning. And then when you go to the end of your row and you turn back around and you see dark stripe, light stripe, dark light stripe. That is good. Of the top. That's my best Saturday morning ever.
And then you come to church on Sunday and you can't breathe because
That's just because I'm heavy and I can't walk on
because
distances.
you've got all the grass blowing in your face and you're going.
It's a mixture of gasoline, pollen.
Oh, listen. Now,
No, I will agree with you. Fresh cut
Yeah, it
grass
smells amazing.
is one of the best
I've
smells
lost
out
the
there.
smell though because I have an electric mower, so I don't have a gas mower because because I'm cheap and didn't want to pay for gas.
But that you still cut grass.
yeah,
but it's not even necessarily gas that's great. It's that fresh cut. Like it's just got a smell like no other. Like I mean, you just know somebody has cut their.
when it's I agree with you on that. Having the freshly cut grass is amazing. So
I will say this though. As soon as I'm done, I'm in that shower and there's snot rocket galore.
getting the pollen, trying to get the pollen out.
Uh-oh. Trying to get the grass out of my
I don't ever have to worry about. I'm not going like face first into the grass, sniffing the grass.
Well, this
Like,
dude's going 500,000 miles an hour on his zero-turn mower, going.
I love it.
you figured you'd want to go slower because you can enjoy the smell.
On that note, he has no idea what he's talking about here.
You all come back now. You hear? Okay.
Let us know if you think Brother Jonathan is capable of cutting your grass. Reach back out to us, and he might be starting his own lawn services here. Okay, Productions.
You speak words good.
I speak words great. But check back in with us. Leave us a comment. Send us an email at pulpittothepew@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, everybody.
See ya.
See you guys.